said he wasn't afraid of bullets.
No, but I'm talking about this. When they were fighting Steppenwolf, they give him a knife. He zipped past Steppenwolf at lightning speed. All of a sudden, when he goes past, look up, Steppenwolf got a knife sticking through his neck. The end. Into Steppenwolf. That's all I'm like, as far as...
Right, that's what we know his potential is. But this was supposed to be Rookie Flash, because I was wondering shit like that, too. Like all the shit Flash could do.
He was using his powers to save people, but he's like, I'm not really into the fighting thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the Rookie Flash was apparently on the DC universe, he's afraid to fight. But what I'm saying, like if this was more of an accomplished Flash, yeah, that would have been the case. He would have been in that fight. So that's what I'm saying. That was my thing. Because I was wondering why he ain't doing.
You understand? I'm talking about from a writing perspective, why they did that.
That was one of my questions. That's what I'm saying. That was one of my questions. Like
Superman did the same thing. We're going to separate him from Steppenwolf because Wonder Woman has super strength. She doesn't have the speed, so we're going to separate Superman away from him because Superman can get rid of him too easily. Choke him out the neck, fly up in the air, and throw him at the sun.
Yeah, it was like, it was a couple of so many questions. That's what I was saying.
We got to find a way to keep him away because it'd be too easy for him to fight him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was asked those questions, but people always say that's the Rookie Flash. That's why he didn't do all the shit we know Flash can do. Like you just said,
somebody write into StarWars.com years ago, and they asked, now this is going to make you laugh. Remember the beginning of the movie where him and Qui-Gon were on the ship fighting those things that had shields on them? They was like, it's a standoff. They were like, let's go. They zipped out of there like really quick. Somebody asked at the end of the movie when Darth Maul kicked Obi-Wan and just knocked him over the head, and then it was just him and Qui-Gon fighting. How come Obi-Wan didn't run like that to catch back up with him? Yeah, go ahead, give me the answer. Apparently, whoever decided to answer that question on StarWars.com from the office said, well, it's like an athlete. Sometimes an athlete can run faster than others. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. You know, that's what us as fans, we see that shit. And it's crazy that they don't see what they put out there, or they don't have writers
who... They could have wrote something else in there that accounts for that. Like, no, they tapping into the force and zipping around and doing everything else on the planet. He just jumped up back up there.
Like I was telling
I can't run fast anymore. I'm running normal speed.
Like I was asking somebody too. I was asking, but somebody was telling me he couldn't do this, but I was like, why not? But Endgame, not Endgame. Hold on, they singing now.
Infinity War.
Okay.
I hear singing. So.
That's the kids. They singing now. She playing piano.
Now, what were you saying about Infinity Wars from her?
Let's give it a second. Let her get finished recording. Okay. I don't know the little girl's name, but she broke it down. Okay, so back to what we were saying.
You were talking about Infinity Wars?
Yeah, I was saying Infinity Wars. Not Infinity Wars, but the first one. No, the first one was Infinity Wars. Second one was Endgame. Okay, on Infinity Wars, the Hulk, Strange, and Iron Man was met by like a couple of Thanos goons. One of them had like mad telepathy, so he was like doing all types of shit that you couldn't believe that could be done. Another one was like a big brute, you know what I'm saying? So he was there, I guess, to take on the Hulk. And before he could do anything, Strange opened up a portal, and as he punched at them, he closed the portal and cut off the thing's hand and had him in a different part of the earth. So I thought to myself, okay, Strange supposed to be like the most powerful magic person in the Marvel Universe so far. So with that being said,
after the Ancient One died.
Right, after that being said, why couldn't he do that to Thanos?
Right.
And everybody kept telling him he couldn't do that, so why? I mean, he could cut the gauntlet off. I mean, yeah, he can't do that. He probably can't do that to the gauntlet. But as far as his hand, he can't cut his hand off. You know what I'm saying? Cut his limb from the elbow down.
Right.
Like he just did it so simply on the first movie, but people was just like not. It's like the line of Main Street fans are so brainwashed with the internet theory is that they go off what Disney tell them. If Disney don't say it, they just can't have an answer or believe it's true. Because I was like, you see it. It's sort of like going back to what we just said about if Superman and Flash are moving that fast, why couldn't them just run up on him and stab him or do what they had to do to get him out the way?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like little shit like that had me, back and forth with when you see shit like that. So I was wondering, like, that whole fight could have been over if he would just took off. At that point, the gauntlet's not there anymore. At that point, if he would have cut the gauntlet off his body, the rings could have been taken off the gauntlet. I mean, the rings. I'm sorry. The stones could have been taken off the gauntlet, and then bam, went back to their natural whatever they do. But no, we want to have a whole fight and sacrifice people and do all this shit. And then what makes it even worse, he actually looked into all the possibilities of being Thanos. He didn't see that one.
Right. Like what he did at the end of the first movie, he was fighting Dormammu, all the different multiple outcomes of the battle.
Yeah, so I was just like, shit like that had me, this
it's writing, but you gotta.
It's the writers.
That's what I said. That was my problem with the whole idea of Superman and Flash like that. I'm like, if they move that fast, who the hell is going to fight them? For that reason, why wouldn't they just start out zipping around, hit somebody 2,000 times and they don't know what the hell happened?
Right.
Just like they had to water down Apocalypse for the movie.
You can't
have Apocalypse be comic book Apocalypse, just like you can't have Galactus be comic book Galactus in the movie. So we're gonna turn him into a cloud.
Right. The thing about it is they can. It's just they don't. Today's Hollywood is not about a good story. It's about what's gonna make the money in this first weekend. So we have to make it real quick fights and real quick booms, and probably leading to a sequel. But
I wouldn't say it's quick fight. Yeah, I'm saying according to the rules of what you say, superhero or super villain do. Why is this fight getting drawn? Kind of like, remember at the end of the first Avengers movie, what he did with Loki? Hulk grabbed him, slammed him around a couple of thousand times, and it's over.
Precisely. That's what happened in Captain Marvel. The man was like, he put his weapons down because he realized that she was the one, and he can't fuck with her because she just destroyed like 5 super ships and warheads. I mean, she was just destroying shit. So she came back down to him and was like, looking at him, and he said, fuck it. He put down his weapons because he always beat her in a fight. He trained her. He said, I told you your true day would be the day you could fight for real, hand to hand. Now, come on, take me on. And threw his weapons down. And she just blasted that nigga across the whole set. Like, nigga, I ain't about to fight you. And then she walked up to him. She said, I don't got shit to prove to you. Like, I'm not about to fight you to prove can I fight.
That goes back to one of the greatest Hollywood scenes in history. Indiana Jones, man, come out with about to do all the karate.
And he just shot that nigga.
He look at him, shoot him, then just turn around and walk on.
Shot that nigga. I don't got to prove shit to you. So it was like, but
got better things to be doing.
So like, well, Hollywood, that's what it is because they could have brought Galactus in. It's just Galactus, I think, the way how big and definitive.
Also, when they brought him in on that dang on the Fantastic Four,
how they dropped the ball on him.
They introduced him as a cloud.
They made him into a black hole. Like, are you serious? So. But like it could have been, I think that if they could have did a Galactus thing, it could have been like probably a trilogy, and sort of like how Star Wars trilogy, how like the first Star Wars was banging, the second Star Wars they pretty much lost, and the third Star Wars they came back. I'm not, right now I'm speaking of New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi.
Right.
They could have did it like that. Like the first Avengers movie been up, let's just say Avengers Fantastic Four movie has been up For them fight, in the second movie, he destroys the world. He's Galactus. The world's fucked up.
You said basically where he's the villain through movies.
Yeah, like
and
that.
Like I said, the first act you introduce everybody. Second act they get in the worst situation they in. The third act they get out.
Yeah, that could have pulled it off. That would have been important. And at that point, you can introduce other villains, other heroes. But that's what fans want. It's like when that make money.
Victor Von Doom, and they had to introduce him in the original Fantastic Four movies. Like that's a given. Doom, like Dr. Doom, that's a given. So we got to put him there. We got to kill him off. They brought in Galactus and brought Doom back, which I'm a little questionable.
I heard Doom supposed to be probably the next superpower, the next super thing, or the next Phase 4. I heard that's what I'm hearing.
I heard that. I heard about that.
They said that Namor about to be introduced, and they said Namor and Storm are going to be introduced in Black Panther 2.
Yeah, I heard about the Storm thing too.
They said Rogue gonna be. They say Rogue may be introducing Captain. They said Rogue may be introducing Captain Marvel too. And how they doing the shows? They may be setting up for the Young Avengers. So this is all of what I'm hearing. They're not giving us, straight up facts. Because Disney, when they finally give you the facts, they start showing you mad trailers and shit. Like, keep us in anticipation.
I'm waiting for that Morbius because that was supposed to come out this summer, but because of our current plague situation, that got iced. They were showing trailers for it back in January. And Morbius, where I'm like, I hope that's where they gonna bring Blade into it.
That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming. Because I'm wondering how they're gonna bring Blade.
But because they already got Herschel Ali slated to play it, and I'm like, oh, that got iced for the time being. That's like Mulan. I think Mulan's supposed to come out something like April of next year. It was supposed to come out April 19th.
And they talking about charging you to watch that shit. $30 fucking. And they ain't gonna be singing. And the dragon ain't gonna be in it. Nigga, nobody about to pay $30 to see that shit. I didn't pay $30 to see the motherfucking Lion King.
Mushu's a no-show? No,
Mushu gonna be a no-show and no songs, nigga. I ain't about to pay no $30. I didn't pay $30 for the Lion King remake with Beyonce, motherfucker. I ain't paying.
I didn't watch Aladdin with Will Smith.
I watched a little bit. That's on. Oh, I gotta watch that now. You just gave me a third idea because I was thinking, like, what else I'm gonna watch? I'm gonna watch Aladdin because I fell asleep on that too. But I heard, so I'm gonna watch it again because I keep hearing Will Smith performances what really much made the movie wakeable because they parts I was falling asleep on. Like, this shit is dead for me. That was all fucked up.
But do you know if there were any music in it? I guess we should.
It was.
Should be watching.
It was.
Okay.
It was. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it such a disappointment with Mulan. It was music. In fact, Will did like a new remix version of "Friend Like Me." So it was music.
I heard that was the way he was rapping or whatever.
Yeah, so it was music in it, but they said Mulan gonna be more of a serious thing. Like, bitch, nobody try to. We want to hear. When we watch this, we want to sing. Nobody want to see no serious version of.
And for that one, you watch the cartoon version.
That's what they saying. Because even they did the same thing with if you remember. And that became a lot of money for them. 101 Dalmatians. They didn't have no singing or talking. The dogs were just dogs. And that made that guap. Everybody I knew was watching that movie.
Right.
Everybody I knew. I still ain't seen it. That may be another movie I watch. I seen the original Dalmatians, but I ain't seen the the live action. Right. And when I hear they wasn't talking at all, it was just them being dogs and these little adventures.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess,
the dogs weren't actually talking.
Right.
That's right. The next Jurassic World, which is supposed to be going out next year, I believe. Yeah. And that's a musical.
And I'm here for. No, it's not. Don't say that. You just made me spit up my. I just had to spit up my drink. Hold on. The water just came out of
the Raptors in the line,
dancing.
Like the Rockets.
Yeah, he was in my mind. I was thinking like, yeah, they all kicking their leg up like da 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 da. We are the Raptors and we're here to eat people. And and I am the T-Rex.
I am the T-Rex. I will eat you all, except I'm a vegan. I'm a herbivore.
And I'm a hybrid dinosaur. I'm a hybrid dinosaur, and I ate my only friend, and I'm lonely. It's like, look at us, we writing the whole musical. They need to send us a check. We wrote the whole musical right there. We need a check.
No, because the funny thing was, I remember when the Jurassic Park 3 came out, they actually came up with a third one, because the second one didn't make that much money.
Oh, no, I'm doing a podcast right now live from the situation, so I'm talking to my co-host because he couldn't get down here.
That's what's up. That's a dope mic. Yes.
So shit, no, yeah. So no, I was talking to some on the side people here. Yeah, it's live to the motherfucker. People sorry to knows I'm
Right.
here, but no, I know. I wish the motherfucker would. I'm back on that tip. We ain't about to jump off. We ain't about to act like you didn't just say it's a musical.